Hi everybody, how is it going today? So today is January 6th, and I actually just got a new microphone, so I might sound a little bit different to some of you guys. I hope you have all had a fantastic holidays and happy New Year's to everybody. It's been a while since I made a video. I think it's been about 3-4 weeks now, and I decided to start getting back into trading today. So I've been taking a pretty long break, and my vacation has been postponed. Just some bad news in the family, personal issues. Well, not personal issues, I guess, but yeah, grandma passed away, and the worst part is she's not even here in Canada. So it seems like we're going to be taking a trip to Laos sometimes this year. She was 90 years old, so I'm pretty sure she's pretty happy. Anyways, so I wanted to adjust my trading to a different style because I don't really have that much time to day trade anymore with all this family stuff going on. So what I'll be doing from now on is taking swing positions. So I'll be holding positions for a period of a few days rather than doing my normal scalping and day trading and making, 20 to 50 trades a day. I'll probably be making a few big trades a week, and I'll be looking for very low risk, very high reward setups. And the one that's on my mind right now is Iota. So I apologize again if I sound different to anybody. It's because I'm one, super duper baked, and two, I have a new microphone. So yeah, actually, it's not a new microphone. I just got a new cell phone, and I use an app called WO Mic or something like that, and it just connects your cell phone to your computer, so you can use it as a microphone. And I just got like a Samsung G. Sorry, it's an LG G6, so it's decent phone. Anyways, I hope everybody had a happy holidays and New Year's once again, and Iota has definitely caught my attention, and a lot has gone on. I mean, I've seen Ripple just skyrocket. I've seen EOS hit over $10. Jesus, so many coins. Like Iota as well is, it hit like, what was it, $6? Sorry if there's sound in the background, guys. With all the family stuff going on right now, I'm staying at my folks for a few weeks at least. So yeah, it was my mom's mom, so she's pretty devastated right now. But anyways, I don't want to think about that kind of stuff. Let's get into this, guys. I bet you a lot of people got liquidated right there. I wasn't really around for here, but if I was, I probably would have gotten on this guy right there. I'm going to explain what happened there. But first of all, we're going to do my favorite analysis, guys. What is it called? It's called Elliot Wave. Let's catch you all up with where we are in the structure, okay? So for all the new people that are new to my channel, welcome. And my main focus is to do technical analysis on using Elliott Wave. So I'm trying to look for my toolbar. Where is this toolbar, guys? Drawing tools. There it is. It's right there. So yeah, here's Elliott Wave, okay? For every motive wave up, there's 5 waves going up like this. By the way, guys, it's really nice to stay your focus because there's lots of food and there's lots of cooking. It's kind of nice to be around family. Can't complain about that at all. So for every motive wave up, there's 5 waves going up like that, right? Waves 1, 3, and 5, they're motive waves up. Waves 2 and 4, they're motive waves down. And sorry, anyways, what I meant to say was waves 2 and 4. I have this new strain. I started smoking weed a lot more, and it's called Gorilla Glue. And it's called Gorilla Glue because it makes your head feel heavy and sticky, right? So it makes me feel kind of like a ditzy kind of. So I'm saying waves 1, 3, and 5 are motive waves up, and waves 2 and 4 are corrective waves. And it's important to identify where we are in the cycle. So the market cycle, it's good to know where we are in it because it lets us know if we're in a corrective phase, short-term uptrend, the short-term downtrend, etc., right? and we especially want to know if there's an uptrend. That's when we want to catch the most. This one here, if you guys remember my predictions, I predicted a lot of Iota stuff, guys. I mean, I didn't do any major TA up to here, but I did get in on my TA. Let's see if I actually have it here. Desktop. Let's see if I have my Iota one. Let's see here. There we go. Iota, November 2nd, guys. Right here. The risk to reward. I don't think I actually had the risk to reward. But yeah, I was targeting at least $1 right here, okay? If you guys see this right here. $1, and I tweeted it as well on November 2nd here. And I was suggesting for people to purchase it at 36 cents, which is what I did. And yeah, it was pretty profitable. Can't complain about that. So, because we kept talking about it for months now, that this was wave 1, right? I'm just going to tell you guys first of all where we are. That's wave 2, okay? That's 4. Oh, sorry. It's 3, 4, and that one was 5, right there. So that's where we are first of all, okay? And now we're going to go to a different time frame to confirm all of this. So once again, we've been talking about this initial first wave for a pretty long time, I'd say, right? I was doing T on it, I think even a while back, and just kept reviewing it. But this was the first wave up. This was the second one that finally broke out when it made the A, B, C, D, and E. And right here at the 36 cents mark, that's where I suggested for people to buy. And now, because it broke out of it, right, this part right here is pretty important to identify. So what we can see right here is this. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so this is wave 2 to wave 3, right in there, right? So wave 3, and this goes up to wave 4 and wave 5. And I'm not going to count all of it, but the reason why a lot of this flash crash happened is because, you know, people got caught in the hype. They're like, hey, this is getting over 559, and this one here is higher than it. It's like 580 now. But people are not realizing that this is actually the count right here for Elliot wave, right? Then because that's the count for Elliot wave there, where we clearly have. Oh, sorry, I'm doing this all wrong. This is wave 4. Wave 5 is somewhere way up there. This is wave 3 right here, guys. Okay, this is a lot better now. I was wondering, the reason why I wasn't talking much is because I was wondering, how did I get my count wrong there? Now I know. Let me show you guys now, okay? How I know all of this is wave 3. This here is all of wave 1, right? That corrected here, like that. This is wave to 3 there, and all of this is wave 4, the corrected one. And this is the wave 5 right there, okay? I'm just going to move it to the side so you guys can see it. Like right there. That's wave 5. And how do I know this is wave 1? Because I remember doing the count for all of it, right? This is a leading first wave right there. Do you guys remember that? A leading first wave diagonal. They can only occur in the 5th wave or the 5th wave or a C wave. So that's the wave 1 right here. All of wave 1. This is 2. This was 3, this is 4, and this is 5, right? Which made wave 1. And right here, this made the A, B, C corrective pattern right here. So this made the A, B, C. So guys, think of this as well as a review to catch yourselves up for what happened last year, so you can have anticipation for what's upcoming this year. So it's kind of like think of it like a review, you know, like it's like a review for you've taken the first year of college class, whatever it is, calculus, English, whatever, and now you're reviewing because you're just getting ready for the second year. So that's ABC there, right? And this was a good one right here. This is a great one. This made the first subwave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this made a Krepton pattern. This made a Krepton pattern. This made a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. I made wave 3, and this made a wave 4 down there, and that's wave 5. So now we're also confirming that's wave 1, 2, 3, and a huge extended wave right there, okay? And how do we know that that's only the third subwave of the primary third wave? Because, well, we just counted it, and this made a huge consolidation all the way to, I'm sorry if my microphone's kind of quiet, I'll turn it up a little bit. Here's the 4, right? Actually, I'll turn it up really high. Is that okay? Hopefully that's okay. So that's the 4 there, and here's the 5th wave up there that it made. Again, here's a 1, 2, here's 3, 4, and 5. So here it consolidated, right? Here it consolidated, and flash crashes happen very often, guys, at the end of a third primary wave like this, right? So if you guys look on here, I know that there's a lot of crap going on there, but that's basically wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which made your wave 3, right? At the end of wave 3, the FOMO kicks in, and people still go long when they shouldn't be going long, because that's now the 5 Elliot wave count. And what happens after that, guys? People get liquidated. I'm sorry to laugh, but this is how people get liquidated, right? I wasn't trading anything at all, not really too much. Actually, nothing at all since I think December. Holy crap, it's been like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, just didn't really get the best news, right, during the holidays, so it kind of just ruined my mood in general, so everything took a step back. But of course, life must go on. So this is wave 4, right? This is basically your A, B, and your C. Right here, okay? This is your A, and that's your B, and this is your C right there. This one here, I'm going to clear all of this. Now that we counted that this is your from A, okay, this is the flash crash, this is the B, and that's the C. So ABC can happen in many different ways. A normal zigzag like that, okay, with a 1-to-1 ratio, a Fibonacci extension. Second one is a double bottom, also known as a truncated, right? And then the third one that can happen is this one right here, where C falls extremely short, but gets extended like that. Or it can be like that. And this happens because A just falls so hard, so fast, right? And if you guys notice, like, that's exactly what happened. So the people who went long here, guys, they're thinking to themselves, okay, these are the lessons that I'm going to teach you guys, all right? I'm going to teach you guys some, this new weed makes me really giggly. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys about triangles. Okay, so these are triangles right here. That is a descending triangle, usually breaks to the downside. Here is an ascending triangle, which usually breaks to the upside. And then there are these guys here that we don't like. These guys here are symmetric triangles, okay? These are symmetric triangles, but a lot of newer people will mistake them for something like a flag consolidation or like a falling wedge. But people will always think that if there's an uptrend like this, okay, it's always going to break to the upside like that, okay? You know, like it's always going to break to the upside. But I want to show you guys something, okay? Whoops. I'm going to show you guys something right here. Yes, you guys see an uptrend right here. That's where it made that crazy high, right? You guys see this right here. And then now you see this pattern as well, right? Right, guys? You see this pattern as well. But what ended up happening, right? As soon as it fell below the 55 EMA, bam, people were still in a long position. People just probably thought, oh yeah, it's gonna bounce really quickly, right? It's gonna bounce really quickly. Or it's only gonna go down a little bit, it's just consolidating. It found support already, then boom, it's gonna go upwards. So then guys, all these people are in a leveraged long position, okay? A leveraged long position. And it doesn't take much to get liquidated. I mean, I can do the math. If you're at, for example, $5, right? $5, like around, we'll say like around even like, yeah, around here, 370, people will get liquidated-ish. Around 370, right? So when you're in a long position, to close your long leverage position, you have to sell, right? So when it is downtrending and tanking, because they're getting liquidated, to close their position, they have to sell, right? So because a lot of people are getting liquidated at the same time, where it's triggering these massive stop losses, it's cascading. It's cascading and triggering these waterfalls of dominoes that are triggering stop losses and liquidations. And then as more and more and more and more people are getting liquidated, right? They're trying to sell off their coins to break even. And some people will even take a loss, I'm sure, like a negative loss, right? Because they can't even sell their tokens because there's no tokens to be for them to sell, because there's no buyers, since there's basically a lineup of people who are getting stop loss, right? So imagine all the people that are getting stop loss and all the people that are getting liquidated. They're all in this massive queue, you can say, this lineup, right? To sell off their long positions, right? To close their positions. That's what they have to do when they're in a long position. But because there's this massive lineup now, and all these people are in the same boat, right? It's trying to chase. It's trying to chase all the people that are buying, right? But there's not enough buyers. The only people that can react fast enough are the bots. Does that make sense, guys? Only the bots can react fast enough, right? Or the people that have stop buys for if it goes lower than a specific price, that it's going to trigger a buy, right? But a lot of people like myself, we do it manually, right? So that's why these flash crashes happen. So I just wanted to explain to you guys the mechanics behind it, which is kind of funny, right? Because you guys can do the math. You've seen your liquidation price, right? And once you see the liquidation price there, well, yeah, that's called a short squeeze, okay, guys? That's what you call a squeeze, okay? Or sorry, that's what you call a long squeeze, where you're just squeezing out all the people that are going long, right? And this is also a time when Bitcoin tanked as well. I think Bitcoin was falling from about 17,000 to 14 maybe, or 13. So, you know, these things are kind of expected. And because A had such sufficient downward force, right, it made C do this. And this just made it basically an A, B, C, D, and E, guys. I think that's a pretty cool pattern. Just an A, B, C, D, and E, kind of like that. Or even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however you want to see it. But this would be an ending diagonal, like that. And that works very well for me. Okay, now that we have our A, B, and C established, right, guys? That also means that this is wave 2. That has now finished, which I think we've gone over already, right? So many things can happen. So when ABC happens, okay, ABC happens like this, ours is like that in this case, it tries to break upwards to start the next wave, okay? And we're looking to start the fourth wave, or sorry, the fifth wave. But sometimes it doesn't always work out. And what ends up happening is you end up getting a WXY correction instead. W, X, and a Y, right? So this ends up looking something like that. And within this W, X, and Y correction, there's now another A, B, C, somewhere in there, right? So if this one right here, which is with the wave 4 attempt that it's making right now actually, if this one fails and it meets some crazy resistance, then we're going to get an ABC correction with an extended WXY for another ABC correction. So this is how Elliott wave works. An Elliott wave is magical, guys. A lot of people call it hocus pocus and voodoo, but I definitely don't call it that. So guys, right now it's looking pretty nasty for the daily candle, which closes in 6.5 hours. But that's a lot of time, 6.5 hours. We have like this shooting star right now, but I think it's going to change by then. So now that we have covered everything, I started trading actually a few days ago, guys. I started trading on the 2nd, right here. I caught all of this right here, like a boss, like a freaking boss, no joke. Yeah, I sure did. It was nice. Can't complain about that. So yeah, let's maybe go to a 4-hour or something like that. Okay, so this one goes like that. 1, 2. You guys are gonna be blown away by how beautiful everything actually is. Now watch this part right here, okay? Check that out. Okay, I started trading on the 2nd. What day? Actually, it was like late night at first, right around here. Yeah, I made a New Year's resolution to start trading a little bit, but still taking a step back. So well, not really trading, I guess more so swing trading. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be swing trading a lot more. So I had positions 1 and 2 right here for Elliott wave. And yeah, as soon as it bounced off of this line, got a higher high than it, I think I entered around 363, guys. And I just shot for a 1-to-1 position or extension at around 417, and that's where I closed my position. So that was a pretty good one for me. And then after that, I knew it was wave 1 and 2, and that was 3, and it made a 4. You know, I was expecting probably somewhere in this region right here, which I also played. I was expecting a region right here because we had well, that's the top of wave 1 first of all, and also some resistances right there in the previous year. Not only that, I took my Elliott wave, I took my Fibonacci. I realized that this one right here barely retraced to only 382, and then I realized this one would probably retrace to about the 618 or 0.5 to the 618 region. I did that, and I remember I put my stop buy right between here. I laddered all of it, just tons of it in between here, around I think it was 380-ish and 371, which all filled, right? Which all filled, and I always target, if this one here reached a target of 1-to-1, then what I did was I actually tried to make a target right around here. But what I like to do is just make it kind of shy, say halfway, right? With and just watching it, of course, as well. You're just watching all your indicators to see where it could possibly end. So I ended up buying right in this green region right here, followed my rules of midway if this only did a 1-to-1, midway between 1 to 1618, and a little bit higher while watching the indicators. And I actually sold it right at the top there as well. So it was really nice. I think I made a good amount on it already. I can't complain. Who can complain? So then after it made the waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correction, right? Like this could be just this now makes an official first subwave, like that, right? And then now that we have a first official subwave, this now made a simple A. Let's delete all this. This made this beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It also now made a beautiful A, B, C, which now makes waves 1, 2. One, two. And then we also check the Fibonacci level, right? I actually entered at a pretty decent price, can't complain about it, right? After I knew that was wave 5 that completed, boom. I just entered a simple region around here is where I was hoping for, because I assume that Iota is still very bullish, right? I kept my eye right around here, and I have a lot between 370 and about 385, so I'm pretty happy at that price. So now guys, what we are doing is we're checking out this guy right here, what's going on with it, right? Like I counted, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already right here, right? And this one here has actually done the first subwave, of the 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where a target is going to be exactly, but what I can tell you is that around 550. I think 550 will be a pretty psychological number. I mean, let's take a look at this, okay guys? Let's go to daily. So let's just do like a very basic type of extrapolation based on the strength of this one right here. I mean, the first target is pretty high right now. Well, the first target is really about 550 as a psychological number. We'll see, that's the first target right there. And just on a one-to-one extension, using even the flash crash, which is a very conservative one, we're just going to guess a range between like 675 and at least 550. That's going to be my first target. Always ignore the dates, guys. I'm pretty bad at it. So yeah, this is more like just a quick introduction and a catch-up. So this is what I'm hoping for right here, okay guys? Something like that. We don't know. We have no idea how it's going to be like. You know, something like that. We're just guessing right now. Well, not really guessing, but just using basic targets. And the reason I say 550 is because it's just a very psychological number, right? Once we hit 550, I'm guessing we're just going to shoot past the all-time high of 580, right? And this number right here, the 652.51, that's actually a very conservative target as well, because I'm using the flash crash one. If I use a higher number, like if I use a non-flash crash, we would actually be getting a much higher target, but it's always better to be conservative in my opinion. So guys, keep this in mind, okay? 550 is the first target. Like if we break past that, we're gonna go for at least $6.52. Okay, now that we've done all of our Elliot wave analysis, this is basically waves 1 right here. Like that's waves 1, okay? And right now we are just basically on subwave 1, and subwave 2 is about to end, okay? Subwaves 1, 2, we haven't even started this big one yet. This is going to be a huge one, okay? And who knows? Who knows where this wave 5 will end? It could be anywhere in there, right? And then once that finishes, this makes wave 3 only. And then, you know, we do a correction, and we do another 5th wave. And then, yeah. And then we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 official subwaves, and then we're going to get a massive, massive correction after we hit the next target up here. Okay. So I'm pretty excited right now because lots is going on, and you guys need to take a look at this because you need to get in on this right now. There's a chance for it to break out to some massive, massive profits in the next few hours to days. Okay. Okay. I know this looks like a mumble jumble to a lot of people, right? I bet you it does look like nothing to a lot of people. To me, this is a gold mine right now. We're going to go to a psychological number like around 420. That's a better number. Also, looks pretty good, right? Do you guys see what's going on right here? Wicks are okay to poke through. It's my rule. Do you guys see what's going on here? When I saw this and this, I drew that. Yeah, so there's many different ways to play it. Like when I explained it to you guys earlier, I used this method, right, for a buy, and I also use the Fibonacci one as well, right? So I use my Fibonacci buy between the 618 and the 382 and the 0.51, right? So what I was going to say as well was I also drew it like this, okay? Also drew this like that, just around here, just to make sure that these points touches here as well. And guys, the reason why I ended up getting in at such a good price is because, first of all, I used the Fibonacci extension, right, with the support region right around here. So Fibonacci between these regions I mentioned earlier. And secondly, guys, I drew a support already. Like I drew a support from all the way from these regions, right, and just going across like that, because I assumed it would create an ascending wedge. Actually, at first I drew like this. I didn't think it would wedge down that much. I'd be lying if I did something like that. Okay. I drew like this because I wanted to touch the bottom on a 2-hour chart. Yeah, I drew something like that, right? But still, I made my region right here basically to buy as it was coming down right here. So I knew with certainty that my buy region was going to be in this red box, or whatever box. Yeah, I'll make it purple. So I knew that my region was going to be right in here to buy. See this purple area, right? Because this support was so strong, guys. It was so strong, combined with Fibonacci numbers as well, combined with this support area that we see, right? Like, look at this support area, guys. Okay? Right here. The reason why it's strong is because it's just hovering right in the middle of the 55 EMA. Wherever you see support or resistance, it's always where the candles are hovering right in between the 55 EMA. So you see support right around here, right here, right here, right here, right? You see it again right here, okay? It's pretty cool. So that's how I drew it originally, and that's how I got in on a really good price. I thought I'd share that with you guys as well. But after this bottom form right there, I readjusted my support to something like that, which made more sense to me, right? This makes a lot of sense to me now. And then now, guys, this is our play area, and there's a lot of money to be made in the next few days. I'm carrying an unbelievable amount because I cannot day trade anymore. I don't have the time. I've got to deal with lots of, just got to be there for the family, put it that way. And yeah, you need time to do stuff like this for personal stuff. So I will be making 1 or 2 big trades a week. And this is my 2 to 4 hour candles, or charts, I mean. So I just think 420 is a very psychological number for some reason. Not because I'm baked, no pun intended, right? Might even be like 410. Yeah, we'll see like 410-ish, okay guys? Like just around this region. You guys get what I mean, right? I know I'm trying to be picky. There's no such thing as a clearly defined resistance or support, because everything is subjective, right? These are, bull traps. These are bull traps right there. So yeah. So here, guys, what we're looking for is pretty much just a break. We're gonna call it 510. Yeah, we're gonna call it 510, guys, because these candles, the close is like 510, 511, and it's also a very psychological number. Might even be $4. Might even be $4. So if you guys look on a higher time frame, for example, like on a 4-hour one, or even on the daily, rather. Nah, daily's looking ugly. Yeah, so we're like on a 4-hour chart. It almost pushed below it here, the 55 EMA, but it shot right back up there. So yeah, it's getting a higher low every single time, right? And it's trying to break through this resistance every single time. But because it's not getting a lower low every time, in fact, it's getting a higher low, then it's implying that when it gets to this apex region right here, like this is basically the region that we've been playing with the entire time, right? I call it the, like, whatever you want to call it, like the range bound area. So it makes sense, right? That's the area we've been playing with the entire time. So now if we go to like the 1-hour charts, we see the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We see the A, B, C. And here we see the 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't even think I went over that with you guys, right? Yeah, here's the last one that it made right here. I can't remember where. Oh yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. This one might even start over here, actually. Like, yeah, this one most likely started over here. This one makes more sense, much more sense. Yeah, around there. So there's the extended fifth wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So now it's starting to break out again. That's pretty awesome. It's making the extended correction right here. Well, actually, no, we did go over all that. Sorry, I'm thinking of a different spot. Nope, it is the same spot. It's just in a different time frame. My mistake. Anyways, so what we're waiting for right now, guys, is for it to kind of make its way into this area, consolidate, right? Because this is wave 1, that's 2, and we're waiting for wave 3 to break out. It could actually be very well here. So this is my goal. I'm playing on a high time frame, guys. My goal is to do this, and I'm not going to be too specific about it, but I'll just assume that if they buy into this position, like I'll take an average buy between, average between 388 and 412, so it's like $4 exactly. Okay, let's say people got in at $4 exactly. Personally, my stop loss, believe it or not, personally, my stop loss is 360. Sorry, if you guys didn't hear that. My stop loss is 360. And I'm shooting for 550. I'm shooting for 550 as my first target. So yeah, it's kind of silly not to take this trade actually. We have a clearly defined support, a clearly defined pattern, right? Of course, there's a chance for it to break to the downside. If Bitcoin tanks $3,000, then it's going to drag down the entire market with it, right? That's fine. So you guys can choose whatever stop loss you want. My stop loss is $3.60. That's my stop loss, okay? And then I'm going to shoot for 550 as my first target, right? And then we also had our long-term targets as well. Oops. I know that it was like 550, and the second one was, I can't remember. What was it, guys? I know you can't answer. I'm just joking around anyways. Yeah, 650. So that's target 1. You know, that's crazy. Target 1 is 550. And target 2 is about no, that's too crazy. I'm just gonna go into the middle. Target 2 is like 610 about, or 620. Target 1, 520, around there. 520 to 620. And don't ever forget, guys, that it's possible for it to fail, right? It can fail all the time, but these are really good risk to reward setups. I mean, especially this one right here. The first one is phenomenal by itself, right? I mean, it's phenomenal that at 520, like your risk to reward is 3 to 1. You're whatever. Let's say you're trading $1,000 or $10,000, right? You have a chance to win about 30% of your money, and you've got a chance to lose 10% of your money only with a stop loss at 360. So is this a good trade to take? Yeah, it's a really good trade to take. If you took 3 of these trades every single time, okay, 3 trade every single time, and let's say 2 of the times you lost and 1 of the times you won, right? So with $10,000, so the 2 times you lose with the $10,000, you lose 10%, which is $1,000 each time. So twice loss, that would be $2,000 lost, right? So for the 1 time that you win, you would actually win $3,000, right? If you won 30%. So if you won $3,000 out of the 1 game you won, and you lost a total of $2,000 of the total of the 2 games you played, then you've actually profited, net profit of $1,000, right? So it's just that's just basic risk to reward that I'm talking about here. So yeah, this is a phenomenal trade to take. I'm taking it, obviously. That's why I'm making this video for you guys. I didn't want you guys to think that I died or something, okay? You'd be surprised at all the Twitter and the YouTube comments, and they're like, oh my god, Mr. Fibonacci, is he dead? Is he dead? Like, where is he? I wanted to die with him! But I'm still here, you know, guys. Like, I'm still okay. Okay, I didn't jump off of a bridge or anything. So, yeah, I'm just laughing because I was so drunk over the holidays that, like, I've done some pretty stupid stuff. Only that it would only happen if I were in, like, Las Vegas, but it happened to be, like, just the holidays as well, so I think a lot of my brain cells were killed, maybe way too many. So anyways, that's where we stand, guys, with Elliot wave count. I think we have done every single review possible, right? I was trying to find a lot of material on Iota on the internet right now regarding technical analysis, but there's really nothing out there. So I figured you guys are probably itching for one right now, and yeah. Oh, I forgot to talk about a few things. Whoops. Sorry, I'm looking for my Fibonacci tool. Holy, that took me a while. Okay, we're gonna go right here. So this one here, I just want to make a note, retraced to 618 to 786 Fibonacci region, which is, you know, respectable, right, guys? That's definitely very, very respectable retracement already, right? In fact, it mainly retraced to the 0.5 region, and it touched it several times, right? Some people might argue that this is a descending flag consolidation, but I would argue against that, because a flag consolidation would typically be more like, you know, like that, right? That would be more like a flag. This is definitely an ascending triangle right here, and I think a lot of people are very, very excited to trade this one here, because, you know, if you guys put in $10,000, you literally have a chance to win $3,000 if you're just pretty patient, right? So I mean, 30% of your money is no joke, right, guys? And I mean, if we hit our second target here, if we hit our second target of 620, I think it was. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's like 50% or so. That's amazing. So let's just say for a moment that we didn't factor in this flash crash, okay? We just took a reasonable retracement to there, which is okay to do, in my opinion. I mean, awesome case scenario, we're looking at like $8 almost. So there's not really a lot of information yet, guys. I mean, I'm only taking a very finite amount of information based off of this tiny, super duper duper tiny subwave and retracement thing going on right here, right? So yeah, so once there's more information, I'll be able to accurately give you guys much better TA than this. But what we do know right now is that, like, just to summarize quickly, that this is, you know, this is basically wave 1 right here, you can see. That's 2. That's 3. You know, this is 4, and that's 5. But this is your ABC already, right here. A, B, C. Perfect, beautiful retracement. It retraced to... I mean, look at this. This retraced to 0.5. So beautiful, right? We talked about that before already. I mean, and now this is getting a higher high, right? It's just awesome retracement again, right? We're getting our ABC in here. We already have our ABC in here. ABC, right? For this wave here. A, B, and then C right here. So if this was the first wave going up, right, and we took, say, just Fibonacci right here, I mean, we trace exactly, guys. Like, how coincidental is this? That we retrace exactly to... I'm not doing it right. There you go. Exactly, guys, to 618 region. Like, that's magical right now. We can do technical analysis for days. Think of TA as having a lot of different weapons and you're playing a video game. And depending on the circumstance, you'll evaluate it and analyze it from using a different method, right? It's like a different skill for a different circumstance. And we can evaluate it from many, many different circumstances. For example, I mean, look on the 15-minute chart, guys. Is it coincidence that it hit the 618 Fibonacci level? Hey, by the way, do I sound sexy, guys? Because I think that two things are making me sound a lot sexier. One is probably a new phone, and 2 is this new weed that I'm smoking. It's like unbelievable. It kills my throat. It makes me like feel like I've done bad things in my mouth that I shouldn't say. Anyway, you guys have a dirty mind. Get your mind out of the gutter. So yeah, don't you guys just love this right here? Okay, like I mean, when you guys take a look at the Fibonacci retracement to 618 right here, it's like the perfect retracement, right? ABC, wave 1, 2, and now we're just waiting, guys. We're just waiting. Now you guys take a look at the histogram as well, okay? You guys take a look at that. We just peaked right here. Boop. Look at that little boop. Looks like an upside down middle finger, right? Looks like a volcano. If this was like upside down, that'd be like a volcano erupting right here. You guys see what I mean? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? If that was like a volcano, right? And this was upside down. Now flip it upside down and be like, oh, whoosh. Anyways. Wow, I just realized how baked I am. Anyways. And it also just made the perfect, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, this is quite an amazing time to be buying. I'm no financial advisor, but like, how could people not be buying this right now? This is the perfect, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, these are the perfect waves. This is the, I'm just getting giddy about this. Like, thinking about, look at these waves, guys. These are not normal waves. These are perfect waves. These are so perfect waves. Oh, look at this waves too. Look at this one right here. Watch this one, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, this is a perfect wave. Like, do you guys not see this right here? It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. This is like a ABC in here somewhere. This one ended in here. This is ABC right here. ABC, right? Goes in there. So we have a perfect zigzag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when we look at the 5-minute chart, it just bounced off of there, right? MACD looks like it's just about to skyrocket there. It's up ticking pretty hard actually. We look here as well. This is just gonna round off. It's gonna round off and go like that. And there's also some like AMA. I had to Reddit what that was. It's like it's like ask the team anything, and they'll answer. There's like a live session, I think. I don't know if that's made up or not, but I just read it somewhere. Make sure you guys confirm what I just said. So this one here, the histogram, it's got a higher low, right? So this is definitely gonna be showing some good profits soon if you guys go long on it. This is like looking like an upside down staircase, right? That's what I call it, the upside down staircase. It's looking like it's bullishly diverging here. We'll look on the 30-minute chart, right? It's leveling off here quite a bit. Look on the 1-hour chart. This one's just gonna plop down just a tiny bit only, just like that. And then it's gonna pop back up. On the 4-hour chart, right? This one looks like it's coming down, sure, right? 1, 2. Yeah, this one right here, you can even call this the, I mean, if you guys look at this right here, right? This is pretty much where it is. That's your ABC that happened, okay? Well, maybe not from up there, but like, you know, right from here, about your A. Whoops, sorry, I'm drawing at the wrong spot. And probably on the bad time frame as well. Yeah, probably should draw on that time frame. But yeah, you guys get the idea. So on the 15-minute one, it really does look like it wants to bullishly diverge. This one right here is the giveaway. So I definitely am gonna add more to my position. I mean, I think we're just in great shape overall right now. So let's just give you guys an idea again of where we are, okay? What do you guys think? pretty good, right? So we should probably be extending a little bit. That's kind of the playing field right now. This is probably going to bounce off of there. And we've already established how far back this ends up going. Right? So this is just not like made up voodoo stuff. This is a clear resistance that goes back for since the flash crash when Bitcoin tanked on December 22nd. So some clear boundaries and ranges have been established, guys. So yeah, you guys have a choice to make now. And the most important choice to make is, first of all, if you are going to enter this trade, make sure that you are accepting the risk that it cannot always go your way. And also, these are what stop losses are for, right? Also, please understand and remember that there are winners and there are losers, right? We can't win them all. This is a game of probability. And what we try to focus on is winning the majority over time. It doesn't always come down to winning one single hand. It comes down to winning multiple hands over a long period of time. This is a marathon, not a race. We're not a sprint, right? So you guys have to be careful of that. And then, other than that, I think you guys know where my thoughts are. 420 is a pretty magical number. And then once we hit 420, we're probably going to be shooting for, well, of course, here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me, guys. So once we hit 420, we're going to shoot for 450. After that, we're going to shoot for 550. And after that, we're going to shoot for around 620. So these are my thoughts. I think that this is a bullishly ascending triangle. And I think it's going to bust upwards in a few days. Just make sure you guys set your stop losses tight. So once again, hope you guys had a great holidays and a New Year's. Make sure you just set goals for yourself this year if you want to take trading more seriously, right? And other than that, it's nice to see a lot of you guys back. I'm not quite myself yet. I'm, you know, just kind of going through the phase of grieving right now and being a little bit too sarcastic probably and not taking it as serious as I should. But then that's my way of dealing with shit, so I don't really care. Anyways, have yourselves a good night. I won't be, you know, releasing a video every day. Might not even be like every few days. Might be like maybe twice or 3 times a week at most. So yeah, I'll be releasing it as soon as I can here and there. This is the only time that I have an opportunity to swing trade, and I think that this is going to be growing my trading experience as a swing trader. And I don't usually hold positions for long because I stopped investing a while ago. It's just not me. I prefer to scalp. You guys know my game. Yeah, so swing position basically means you are holding your positions overnight, and you might hold it up to even a week, right? Whereas like investors hold it for a very long term, and day traders never hold any positions overnight, really. So I am gonna be playing this right here. Oh, I already am. My base price is between 370 and 380, I think. Maybe 372, can't remember. And yeah, I'm gonna add more right here as soon as I confirm a bounce under $4, or under 390 rather. Hopefully I'll spike up the market a little bit as a catalyst as well to encourage people on Iota. And other than that, have a great day, guys, and I will see you in the future. Take care now. Bye now.